with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music.
Musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I train day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and did in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves, and outright forbade the ownership of instruments, is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh. Ow! Even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Poodle.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect that, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
These ones can run rings around us.
This one's all mine!
Dragon Shout! Anything in order to be
Not today!
Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Now you see what I can do!
One more.
Double Demon Fang!
Let the marksman handle this.
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready! Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Pierce evil. Arrows ready. Freeze Lancer.
Not so fast! Ready to go! First strike! I'm ready!
This could be useful.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey!
Yeah!
I wonder what kind of dish it'll be this time.
Fruits and...
Yeah! What?
I think it's safe to rest here now. I think Hoodle senses something.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
I think Hoodle senses something.
Why didn't the Renans take advantage?
Brace yourselves! This one's
Resonate
tough!
with the air!
Not today!
Stalagmite! I'm on it!
You're done! Rising light!
Do it!
Your reflexes will not serve you.
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right, next one.
Already on!
Take this!
Flare tornado!
First strike! Swallow blade!
Oh, and you!
Strike!
Blow away!
Soaring out!
I'm only getting back into their sight.
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's
Resonate with
content.
you. Stalagmite!
Well then, let's keep moving.
I think that might...
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Resonate with the earth!
Here's the other one. This one's mine.
Take this!
First strike!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
What I can
Do it!
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
Be still! We'll escape!
I'm ready.
Rise to earth! We'll
Here's
escape!
a healing art. First aid.
Swallow blade! Try this!
Dragon shield.
Infernal turret!
Burn it.
There's more where that came from.
man. I hope I live long enough to regret
This
this.
one's mine!
Severing wind!
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
Try this!
I'm on it!
You picked the wrong fight!
Healing circle!
That's boss.
To stop him dying?
No further! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Rush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Sword Rain Alpha!
Lunar
Blue
Collision!
Wing! Take this! Come on, take this!
Lunar Collision!
Sonic Throw!
Away!
Dragon Scale! I'll save you! Try this! Double Demon Fang!
Healing circle!
Now,
Here goes!
Tornado Drop! I owe you one. An astral art?
That's my cue!
Here's evil!
Shut him down!
Freeze Lance!
Resonate with the earth!
Here, I never miss!
Here!
What's this?
Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt!
Into the shadows! Talon Hurricane!
Severing Wind!
By the power
You're
of
on!
water!
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive
Time to let it rip! Begin! Double Demon Fang!
Eat this!
Demon Fang!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got
Double
enough
Demon
on us.
Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I need to be stronger.
We've got all the ingredients for that recipe now.
Great! I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what?
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap, exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the 2 of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything? A fish! You saw it too, right?
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
Catching a cold? Here, have this herb I found earlier.
I'm fine, thanks.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
I hate camping out.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
We finally made it.
Is it just me, or is anyone else peckish?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
I hate camping out.
I feel all bent out of...
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose to win well.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much...
I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I do believe that right there is what we've been searching for, yes?
Looks like trouble with a capital T!
We got it! Nothing!
No further!
Sword Lane Alpha!
That frickin' does it! It curls up! Time to get out of the way!
Take this!
Do it!
Snark!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right, next one!
Already on!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Elusive deity!
What is your dreams?
Lunar corruption!
Elusive deity!
Gemini Alpha!
Swallow dare!
Lightning thrust!
Denied!
Stardust! Mirage!
Prime
Dragon
ready!
Swarm!
I never miss!
One! Take! Blow them away!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Ready and ready! Elusive got me flanked!
It's a duel beyond!
Take this!
The tide of battle has turned.
Got fire!
Comrades in arms!
Comrades in arms.
What? Too sentimental?
Why'd you human?
Stop you dying?
Right.
Do it!
Rising
The
Wyvern!
enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Swallow Blade!
Don't mind if I do!
Now I'm all stuffed up. This is it. I can handle it. Far enough.
It's over!
Take! Blow them away!
So I still had room to grow.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Danon castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old, and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie. But damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late. Ugh.
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason. It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Danon ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already. This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Not today! Swallow dance! Slash! Pierce through! I'm on it! Sword rail!
Do it!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
I never miss!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
This one's tough!
Armor won't save you!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Slash!
Their hide and seek is armor!
I'm on it! I'll run you through! I'll bash in their defense! Melody!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can do it! Rinwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Burning Head! I'm ready! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Prepare to be sealed of sleeper cut. Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Let's call it
In a
more
vine,
Demon Fang!
Eat this!
elusive deity.
Damn it! Strike! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Can you take it? Elusive deity. You're helping me become a parent.
For the good of all of us.
Is it now? Elusive deity.
Watch it! Swallow Blade! I'm on it!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Rising Viper! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Talon Heart! Swallow Blade! Jubilee! In an instant! Impact Block!
I know fine weapon material when I see it. What could this be? What could this be?
Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we've got this! Rising Wyvern! Eat dirt!
Hitting pile driver. Denied. Elusive deity.
Get toasty!
Bird strike.
Right, next one.
Flying freaks already on.
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No place here.
Rising Wyvern! No escape! You're on! Rising
The
Wyvern!
tide of battle has turned. That's the power of comrades in arms.
Demon Fang!
Comrades in
Rising Wyvern!
What? Sentimental? Hitting
Get down!
Resonate. Stalagmite.
Well, looky here.
matchups. This one's tough.
Take this!
Pierce through!
That frickin' does it!
Slash! Try this
Where
one.
are you going? Now you see what I can do! Elusive deity!
Ignite!
I'm ready for dance!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Deny! Begin! Take this!
Rising Wyvern!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! We won that by a mile.
There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renan forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Did Basalt lie?
He didn't seem the type to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey! Save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing! Elusive deity! Severing wing! Dating I'm on! Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Double team it!
Elusive deity! Dating Eat this!
Here's a healing arc. First aid!
This one's all mine! Dragon form! Pierce through! Rising Wyvern!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot.
Art expert
Actually,
coming through!
perhaps battle is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Your helping me has become a passion.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Elusive deity! Rotating pile
This one's mine.
Destruction! It's wide open!
It won't escape me!
Rising Wyvern!
Take this!
Here I come!
Hurricane!
It's on! Take this!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile
You picked the wrong fight!
Eat this! I'll run you through!
Dragon form!
Resonate with the earth! Dragon shout!
Double demon fang!
Eat this!
Destruction!
Heal!
Art expert coming through.
Eat this!
Not in your dreams.
Demon fang! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Watch and
Take this!
Eat this! Nothing gets by me! Elusive deity!
Let's strike!
I'll run you through!
Save it up! More Zeugles?
Keep calm and take them down. I never miss.
This one's all mine!
I can carve through armor! I'm on it!
Corruption.
Can you take it?
Take this!
That move.
Eat this! Here comes a big one!
In a bind?
Dazzle!
Can you take it?
Corruption.
Dating pile driver!
By the power of water.
Swallow blade!
Another incantation ruined.
Double demon fang!
It's weakened.
This ends now! Rising Wyvern!
Don't mind if I do. Lunar corruption. Gemini Rockslide.
You're being tough. Forgive me. This is my fault.
Resuscitation.
Can you take it?
Sonic drop!
Far enough!
Glacial
Sword Blade out!
That frickin' does it!
Freeze Lancer.
Win!
This one's mine.
Such unadulterated fury.
Glacial
Rising Wyvern!
Freeze.
I'm on it!
It's trying to take us out.
I won't go quiet!
Forever!
Do it!
By the head!
Talon Hurricane! Wind!
Let me help! Art expert coming through! First aid!
Elusive Demon!
Confiscating!
Demon Predator! Breaking!
Eruption!
Begin! Be still! No escape!
Whatever you're doing seems to
I
work.
have no limits!
Punch until I can't punch anymore.
I almost feel sorry for your opponent.
Ready to go!
Eat this! Denied!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're mine! Take this! Dragon!
Annihilation!
I'm on it! One more! I'm not feeling so great.
Watch yourself. I sense incredible power.
It's in the sky, it's time!
Demon Fang!
with the
Demon Fang! Ignite!
Ready and ready! I'll smash you!
Got you!
Demon Fang!
Here comes something big!
Try to dodge! Art expert coming through!
More! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger ready!
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Danan Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Nies.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm.
I'm joking! Damn, you're scary sometimes.
Shion's not scary at all.
Alphen.
I'll just, leave you two alone.
Ow. Ow. I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that Lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Nies for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dana. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Danans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Danans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
Yes!
What?
Yeah!
What?
About damn time.
Took long enough.
But that's...
Right! I can't wait!
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Bayfon over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her Master Core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city. So I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
A Renan Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this. I'm worried about just what Deadeye has in store for Almadria. For now, let's wait at the inn until he gives his victory speech.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.